What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the show. I hope you've been well. AOR here, and in tonight's episode, we're going to be continuing the exploration of the far reaches of Grey Zone Warfare's map. So last stream on Tuesday night, I did explore this portion of the region here. If you draw a line from like base camp to like Delta 4, we went up through here, came all the way up to this section, 136, 154, unlocked the crossroads. And then from there, we went as far as we could go, past these houses. And then right about in here, this section here, it basically stops. So although there is this entire section of the map, this is as far as you can actually go, is that 123, 154. So we're going to do the same thing, only going this way. So it's strange because you can go all the way up to the edge of the water, obviously. I've done that a couple times now. But as far as up here, I imagine most of this is impassable. So there's not much to do there. But I do want to land Kilo 2 and just follow this road and see how far it lets us go. I imagine probably not past this point, but I don't know. I've never been there, and I don't know anyone who has been there. So that's the point. I'm going to find out for you how far you can go. We've got hella food, hella ammo, hella drinks. We're good on meds. Yep, still good. We got a few grenades. Oh, it probably would be a good idea to grab a helmet, though. There we go. Got about a minute, 10 seconds before the bird gets here. Just rocking this kind of Frankenstein M4A1. It's got the low power variable optic Vortex Razor. Flashlight, of course. It's 8:44 in the morning in game, so we've got plenty of time to explore with the light out. I imagine I'll be able to find this stuff in the field, so I probably won't take any of it, even though I'm very tempted to take it with me. Hope your guys' week is going well. It is Thursday night, as you know. I was just fighting a nap.
Raven here, ready to head out.
Post-work
We're heading out.
fatigue was starting to set in, and I was like, man, if I don't hop on now, I don't know if I will tonight at all. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone explore this side of the map, like going past this road here. So I'm curious to see, like, just for my own edification. Like I said last stream, I want to formulate my own opinions and arrive at as many of them as I can by myself, without like influence from like other people. Other streamers, stuff like that. So kind of for that reason, it's kind of why I'm electing to do it this way. The other place I want to check out is this road here. I can't imagine that you can go very far down this road. I don't know what the point of all this area on the map is, because when you're like zoomed in, this is a lot of map. So I don't know if that's just like for immersion purposes, but there's a lot of map even here that I'm just like, what is all this gonna be for? Like, is it gonna become something later in the game? I don't know. I have no clue. But for sure, what I'd like to do is get on this road and see how far it goes. If it's anything like here,
Get ready. 30 seconds.
probably not as far as I'm hoping or thinking. Alright, we are 20 seconds out.
Spread out.
Yeah, and hopefully, I don't know. I would feel bad if you guys are familiar with the map. If you are, I guess I'm a bit envious, if I'm being honest. But I don't know. I just want to know for myself. I just want to know what's there. It's kind of fun to explore the edges. And like I said last Tuesday night during the stream, there comes a point in every game where my attention shifts from like the, I suppose you could say like the shiny parts of the game, like the parts that are like kind of fun, exciting, and just turn more towards like, I'm genuinely curious about how much work they've put into the map, and finding like weird Easter eggs if there are any. And so that's kind of the point of this exercise, if you will, is I'm just genuinely curious to see what we might run into and find. I'm being a bit cautious, but only because I learned last stream that there are in fact like AI on patrols. So even in areas that I didn't expect to find any, and in areas I did expect to find some, they were also not there. So I'm just exercising a bit of caution here. I don't feel like getting shot in the back of the head. And it seems like last time, the further I got from common areas on the map, the better my frames started to, like the higher frame rate I was getting. So I'm curious to see if that'll be the same effect tonight. So I'm pushing like between 133, 136 range right now. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye on that too as I get further ahead. Got a bit of structure here, I'm going to check it out. Pretty normal gray zone warfare type structure here, nothing to write home about. I would be, oh man, if they ever make it so that you can have like private servers and mods, I think it would be really fun to somehow get into like a survival type game with Gray Zone Warfare, because I feel like it has a lot of that sort of mechanic going for it. Like if Gray Zone could kind of make babies with like Rust, Icarus, Sons of the Forest, some certain kind of element to survival, not too dissimilar from what Ghost Recon Breakpoint tried to do with giving you the ability to like hunt animals and craft like your own MREs in the game, if you will, or rations. I think that would be kind of neat. But based on the direction they're going with this next update, I don't think we're going to see anything like that for a very long time, if ever. Okay, if this is anything like Tuesday night, I'm guessing that's the end of the road right there. And so they have this like pretty tall fence with concertina wire wrapped around it. Okay, I see a couple of tangos. Oh. Nope, I'm blind. That is not a tango. That is nothing. Yeah, so this is the end of the map. This is as far northeast as you can come in this direction. So, yeah, about where I suspected. 215, 125 is the edge of the map here. And if you look, this fence goes all the way down to the water, wrapping like northwest, west. And then kind of sort of the same thing here, except it ends right there. I don't imagine... Let's just see what happens. Yeah, so kind of like Skyrim, there's just an invisible wall. Like it doesn't let you walk past this, and the game starts to like even glitch a little bit. Like you typically can't do this in the game. So yeah, kind of like Skyrim, just an invisible wall. You can't go past it. So, I mean, that makes sense. I do wonder though, like how far. Ooh, the game does not like that. Yeah, so I'm bumping into that like invisible wall right here. Just gonna kind of follow it up a little bit, see how far I can get. There's that fence. Right there, yep. So yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, like even all the way up here, you're still hitting that invisible wall. Well, that's about what I expected. Just kind of based on Tuesday night stream. So, that being said, we're going to head to the landing zone and bump over. So I think we said Echo or Delta 4. Maybe Delta 3? Yeah, I'll hit Delta 3. And then I'll just run across this road right here and follow this road as far as I can go. We shall see.
Hexville, confirmed. Raven en route to Kilo 3.
Yeah, I didn't expect much more than that. It is kind of interesting to see like the edges of the map though. Or the end of the world, if you will, for Gray Zone. It's just strange to see like how much, I mean, obviously like in real life, right? There's a lot of places that are either impassable. And yeah, just like obviously very difficult places to get to. So it's good to know that they're using that element to kind of create a sense of immersion. And don't get me wrong, like the map is huge, right? Like it's quite large. So there's still plenty of things to do and explore. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to know for myself, like, how far can I go? Oh, it wants me to go there. That's why it pushed me out so far. I thought for sure. Oh, I see. It's because as the crow flies, I'm closer to Kilo 3 than I am Kilo 2. Interesting, okay. Well, it's a good thing it gave me 7 minutes to get there. I'm gonna pop one of these methyls. Just like candy. Yeah, I didn't see a significant spike in frames per second either. It's at about the same. I'm surprised at how far away this thing was. But at least we got a few minutes here. Oh. I guess it would be uncharacteristically close to have AI. But my initial instinct and reaction was to just check to make sure it's clear. We still got a few minutes anyway, so I'm just going to check it out, see if there's anything to find. Any drinks laying around? That's cute. I feel like I have one that looks just like that, but a Coleman. Huh. Yeah, this is giving me like Far Cry 5 vibes. Where like you'd find campsites just littered around the map. It's pretty rad though. But if they could yeah man, if they could give us like a an option to set up like a base camp, I think that'd be so rad. Steal a vehicle, load it up with a generator, just make your own base, make your own shooting range. I think that'd be pretty rad. I do wonder if they'll have any like water-based operations. I mean, where the map is this big, like they could absolutely incorporate water-based missions like in and around this Bay Area. Like that's kind of a low-hanging fruit in the future if they really wanted to like expand into like a more exciting venue, I feel like water-based missions would be pretty rad. Or like you have to try and catch someone before they get too far away. Hell, take a jet ski up through the river, Grand Theft Auto style. I don't know. There's plenty of opportunities there. Like I said, I don't know that I've spent a lot of time like following many of these river ways, but that'd also be something I'd be interested in doing, just checking it out. I also don't know if I've ever like come down this way. Like I feel like I typically would just cross the water through the river. Because there's structure here, maybe a downed plane. I don't know, that looks kind of weird, right? And then structure here, possibly there. But that's just one of those sheds. So maybe what I'll do is I'll land Gulf 3 after I push this area here. And then, yeah, just walk down this dirt road from Gulf 3. Go explore all through here. That might actually be what I do after this.
This is Raven arriving shortly near your position. ETA 30 seconds.
Look at this bicycle just taunting me. It'd be so nice to just have any ground-based vehicle. Beach cruiser. Throw my backpack right there on that rack. Hell yeah.
I'm at the LZ. Hurry up and get in. Ready up. We're taking off.
Let's go ahead and top off on some food and water here. Sweet. That should be good for now. I imagine we'll probably source some food and drinks at the next location. See, this is another section of the map I haven't really explored either. Is like from November 2 to like November 1. I haven't spent a lot of time in here. There's structure here. And a bunch of these little ponds. Like this almost looks like a golf course. There's so many ponds. It's kind of wild. Yeah, these two areas, I don't think I've been down to them. Obviously, I hit a lot of this stuff on the way over to November 1 from Juliet 2. And then I saw this structure from Juliet 4 and ran there. And I think you get like a random mission there if I'm not mistaken. I did pass by this guy. I don't know if I hit this guy. Definitely not this guy. But yeah, just like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to me to see like all these little outcrops of I guess just different like structures that I haven't spent a lot of time checking out. And that idea and prospect just kind of excites me a little bit.
We're getting close. 1 minute.
So we're gonna hit this road and just run as far this way as we can. I really can't imagine that they let us get very far, but that's the point of this exercise, just to see. Let's just see how far to let us get.
Approaching the LZ. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. so we're basically heading as far southwest west as we can from Fort Nerith. Oh, one second, I need to turn my fan a little bit higher here. I had my door shut and PC's starting to get a little bit warm, and it's pretty warm in here as it is anyway. Summer day. Why does it sound like the game's frozen? Oh, okay, it's not. Shots popping over at Fort Nerith though. It's kind of funny to see how much the trees sway in the game. Like, that's pretty unrealistic. That'd be like tornado, like category 5 hurricanes. Okay, I see some structure up here. Looks like it's just a sign. Again, I don't really see it letting us get very far, but I've never been this way before, so we're just gonna check it out. Okay, so it looks like this is the end of the line. Just gonna kind of tuck away into these bushes here just in case we got some AI up ahead. Okay, so this is the end of the line. Right here. Yeah, I would have guessed that, like, just based on the aerial view of this area, I would have thought this to be like a farmhouse, if you will. You can almost see, though, where the clarity of the map changes. Like, playable area versus non-playable area. Like, there's like a difference in pixelation almost. I don't know if you guys are able to see that on the stream, but it's quite noticeable. And there's like a line just straight down, which makes me wonder, like, I'm gonna go ahead and guess then too, if you were landing Lima 3 and you ran as far this way as you could, I bet you don't get past this point here. So 131.22, like, you wouldn't be able to cross into 129, 122, just based on that idea there. I don't know though, because you can definitely go past this point on the map till about here, 123. So I'm curious, like, how that works. Like, I wonder if it's like more jigsaw shaped edge of the map than it is like a direct line. Because if you follow that same logic, we wouldn't be able to pass up here. But then again, yeah, it looks the same. I don't know if my theory is correct based on that. Oh, but then it opens up right here. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know how to explain that. Okay, so I wanted to check out Gulf 3, run down this way, and check out the structure down in here. Just because I haven't done it before. So, Gulf 3.
Roger, Raven is in the air and heading to Delta 3.
Delta 3. Yeah, I'm kind of... I don't know. It might seem really particular and, like, super strange to you guys that I'm doing this. But genuinely, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this just because, like, my own personal edification and knowledge. Like, I just have been curious, like, where's the edge of the world? Where does it end for Grey Zone Warfare? Again, massive map, right? Plenty of explorable space. Just kind of fun. I feel like we see this guy's picture in multiple, like, homes, even a few sheds out in the middle of the woods. Low-key kind of gives me, like, North Korea or People's Republic of China vibes. And I don't mean that in, like, any disrespect at all. I just, like, I don't know, just genuinely, with the very limited travel I have done. I will say the dead dogs all around the map. That definitely reminds me of Africa. And, like, still, like, I don't know, like, in my opinion, it was a relatively nice part of Africa, near the coast. I only spent a couple weeks there, but yeah, there was a lot of dead dogs. Kind of made me sad, not gonna lie. And the temperature was, like, actually surprisingly pretty temperate. It wasn't as hot as I expected. Probably ignorant of me to think that, but that was just my expectation. I think Delta 3 has probably got to be one of the busiest landing zones outside of the Jock or the Fob. Two minutes. I think it would be kind of interesting to run more of these dirt roads too. I haven't spent a lot of time exploring, like, entire lengths of road at a time. But the biggest question is going to be Ground Zero. I've heard different rumors. I just don't know. Like, I personally don't know. Like, I think I've been in this outermost ring or pretty damn near it. Because, let's see, I usually land Mike 1. And then from Mike 1, if you run up to here, there's a hidden mission. I call it a hidden mission. I don't know what to call it. Basically, it's like a mission that unlocks from you exploring that site. That was pretty fun, to be honest. I think that was kind of cool. The AI there are super cracked, though, so I'd be very cautious going in there solo. Like, Dome and I went in there, and we were still having a hard time And yeah, I just haven't spent a lot of time exploring much of this area. I didn't spend like multiple in-game hours in here, so I didn't get any radiation poisoning. I don't know if you can, but I'm kind of curious. I might at some point just land Gulf 3 and just run as far into Ground Zero as I can before I die from radiation poisoning. I hear that that's what happens if you run this way. It kind of looks like I can barely make out a fleck right there. 170, 144. Top right corner of this like little grid here. I can barely make out what looks like structure. And some of this area in here also looks like it kind of has structure. But 170, 144 is like super curious to me.
Landing, get in, go! Get ready, we're moving out.
I do think it's funny though. This game's got a lot of quirks. And for all of its quirks, I'm still a fan. There's typically bad guys right here in the corner. The local pop. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've been to Midnight Sapphire. I feel like I've avoided this place almost like the plague. I don't know, just in my personal experience lately, after they took away like the 3 or 4 safes from Midnight Sapphire, I basically lost a lot of incentive to go back there. Mind you, there are still a couple of like decent looting spots in Midnight, but I don't know. It kind of just seems like too much hassle, to be honest. I definitely don't think I've explored much of this space very much. I don't know. It doesn't seem unrealistic. Like for what space is explorable, I feel like it's pretty realistic. Like I feel like a place like this, it would make sense. You'd have like these metropolis towns or cities, if you will, and then outside of that, it just kind of turns into like these little blink towns. A crap ton of farmland. Like that seems pretty damn realistic to me.
We're getting close. 30 seconds.
And like on the island I grew up on, it's not too dissimilar either. Seems pretty damn accurate to me, in my opinion.
Move out!
I feel like of all places, I feel like somehow my odds of getting shot in the head just running through here is like highly likely. And like for all the complaining I make about not having ground-based vehicles, like running around on foot isn't terrible. Yeah, it's a bit tedious, and it feels like a bit much at times. But honestly, like it's not the worst. Like Skyrim was also a huge map, and there were plenty of times where I was like, dude, this is rough. I'm gonna go steal a horse and just cut down my travel time by a fourth. Especially if you're challenging yourself not to fast travel in Skyrim, or you're playing like on. Oh, is he aggro? He is aggro. He's at ADS right now. Not gonna lie, that was kind of wild. I don't know, maybe he heard me running. Falling storage key. Nice. Don't mind if I do. I was hoping to find a drink in here. Some bamboo shoots. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, again, like the survival aspect, I do think it'd be rad if like they gave us a reusable water filter. So think of like the Camelback bottles that you can find at like your local Walmart store. That has like the life straw built into it. Like something like that would be kind of rad. Because then you could just, I don't know, like any of these waterways, you could just run up, fill up your water, and keep going. Kind of similar to what you would find in like, let's see, Breakpoint did that. But it's just the canteen. You're literally just filling your canteen. Just take this guy right here. Oh. I'm gonna keep an eye over here just in case there's another guy. Try to be a little more sneaky here. Okay, we got another guy. He's far. He's also aggro. Got him. In fact, I suppose I could just grab this. Yeah, if they ever incorporate the ground-based vehicles, dude, that would be so much fun. I know it's probably a lot for the developers to manage, but my goodness, would that be... Whoa. Dude, what is this? Is that supposed to be a speed bump? Just like a warning. It's a thick seam. Interesting. Shotgun. Cash, not bad. Pull this guy off. Okay, so we have structure coming up on the right-hand side of the map. Off this road. You can start to see it now through the trees. So we're just gonna try to take this a little slow. I don't know what to expect or what we'll run into. I did shoot a guy standing like here-ish. From my POV back there, I want to say he was like in here somewhere, or so I thought. right? Yeah, I thought it was like right in here somewhere. Maybe I was tripping. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Got that drink we were looking for. This is interesting. Knock knock, it's the police. Huh. Got a civilian gauze. Let's get the light on in here. A little bit of a walk going. A couple of twin-sized beds pushed up together. Oil lamp, that's cool. A broken lamp. Yeah, I guess if you were desperate coming this way for food and water, you might be in trouble. But we did find a drink, so that's good. Okay, so we basically want to go this way direction. East, southeast. I'm trying to keep an eye out for like maybe some hidden, less known points of interest. Yeah, like, I would also expect, and maybe this might sound selfish and kind of greedy, but like, I would expect a location like that building we just left. Like, honestly, there's no reason, like, if you're gonna make the trip on foot to go check that place out, I would hope the RNG would spawn you, like, a watch, a phone. Obviously, I'm not like the most incredible person for looking for those items. But I don't know. Like, I would hope you'd find something like that out there. Just an empty... It looks like an empty shed. Okay, looks like up ahead, when the road starts to curve back towards the left, like northeast, looks like there's two structures out there tucked away like at the edge of the tree line on either side. I have a suspicion that one of them's like a downed plane, just because like it looks like a fuselage from the aerial view. Not too dissimilar from like downed planes I've found in real life. So that was an interesting experience. Like, if you ever are bored and want to like just look at weird things near where you live, just jump on like Google Maps and like use the aerial satellite view and then zoom in and just like look around your area. Like, every now and then you'll find kind of weird stuff. Okay, so that is a structure. It looks like it's just an open kind of lean-to shed. Nothing crazy going on. No AI guarding it. And then there's that down plane that we thought we would find. I feel like season 1 there was a mission for this. Maybe it's season 2 and I just haven't gotten that far. Yeah, I feel like I remember it being kind of buggy too. Like, you'd run up and you'd have to grab like something that was sitting in this portion of like the tail, and you'd pick it up, but it like would drop back on the ground. It was like super buggy. Yeah, here's that plane. It'd be real cool if you could take a selfie right now, but you know. Okay, and then past Oscar 1, headed like southeast. It looks like... looks like a building. I think I'm gonna pop another methyl. Dome says I didn't text him. Oh yeah, bro, basically right after I hung up, I hopped right into the stream. Because I figured I wasn't gonna be up for very long. But I'm about done, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna explore the end of this road and call it a wrap. I just wanted to check out these few places I've never seen on the map before. Pretty underwhelming stream, I'm sure, for the viewer, but I wanted to see it. Okay, we do have structure here. This is right by Oscar 1. I have a hard time imagining there's AI there, but you never know. Oh! That dude just tried to shoot me through the window. He was almost successful at killing me. Cash. Ammo. Gauze. I'm really hoping to find something to drink and or eat. Oh, here we go. Some more bamboo. Not bad, not bad. And then we thought, yeah, there's one further down the road, again on the right hand side of this road, heading like southeast. Oh. I feel like... is this part of a mission? I don't have this unlocked, so maybe I'm thinking of a different place. I don't know. This might be part of a mission. I do expect there to be AI though, so I'm going to kind of tuck away into the bushes here a little bit. Yep. Whoa. Okay, I hope you guys saw that. He literally just walked through the truck. Kinda wild. I feel like I'm definitely gonna die here. If ghosts are here. I feel like there's probably AI down there as well, tucked away. Okay. See if I can take this guy. He's dead. Ambushed UN LRA convoy. Yeah, I think this is part of a mission. What do we got here? M4A1. I did not expect to see that at all. That's pretty rad. Oh, did I just hear aggro? Lots of shotgun shells and some 5.56. Good to know, good to know. Looking for food and water. Ibelin. Looks like that's it. Bunch of dead cows. I don't think I missed anything in the bed of this vehicle, but I'm just gonna double check. Looks like just a bunch of supplies. I don't know why this kind of reminds me of Last Survivor. It's like a mobile game on your phone. But like there's like down convoys or like crash planes, and you can loot suitcases and stuff like that. I did not see that the first time I walked through, so that's good to know. So good, so good. Okay, let's see how much further. I mean, India 3 is right there. It looks like, based on what I'm seeing, it looks like there's structure here. And there. But if you've ever run from Fa Lang to like Bonpa, you would have passed that, which I have. I have 100% done that before. When I was in Crimson, I landed India 1 with Dome, and we walked this road all the way up into Fa Lang. So, yeah, we're just gonna head basically to India 3. Take a bird back to base. And offload all this stuff. I'm gonna pop another methyl. Some methylphenolate. Methylphenolate? Methylphenidate? Methyl? I don't know why I'm being so cautious. I don't think there'd be anyone out here. What's going on here? Oh, that's cool. Unfortunate. I wish you could loot vehicles. Just gonna kind of trailblaze it over to India 3. I feel like I've tried going over before and that was a mistake. So I'm not gonna do that again. If memory serves me correctly, I think there's like a bit of a dirt patch that you can kind of make your way to, then it takes you over to India 3. So we don't want to trailblaze too much. I think I got stuck in there once. That sucked. Some structure right here. Oh! Oh! I don't know where those shots came from. No way. Okay, he's not aggro. There's gotta be someone closer on this side then, right? I just die right here. Cash. Anything to eat or drink in here? Nerd. Doesn't look like it. Oh, got lucky. Hell yeah. Yeah, so here's that dirt path I was talking about. So you basically follow this up to India 3. I really wonder who shot at me though. I 100% heard a shot. Anyway. Good, make our way up here. See, I think more stuff like this would be rad. Just like old hidden paths that take you to like really cool points of interests that have like I don't know, just more deep lore friendly references to like what the hell happened here in this area. Like the people of Lemang, like we just want to know. Okay, we're getting a little closer to India 3 here. This is definitely giving me like Ghost Recon Wildlands vibes right now. Okay, let's go ahead and call Bird back to the base. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that will conclude tonight's bizarre and rather random stream. If you guys managed to make it this far into tonight's episode, I appreciate the hell out of you. I am planning to be on next week Tuesday around the same time, and I'm hoping to jump back into missions and possibly some PvP gameplay. Until next time, I hope you guys have a good night and enjoy your weekend. Until next time, this is AOR. See you guys.